Hi, how are you? Third lesson, speech about improvisation. I think it's important more that you see my face, that you see my finger and the keyboard. We have spoken before about an improvisation upon one note and what this could imply. I made an improvisation about a not easy note with a white K, a B. What is interesting? B with white K it's not good because E minor at 2 sharps and E major at 5 sharp. B minor at 2 sharps and B major at 5 sharp. But here there was no one, all notes was natural, so there was some interval, especially the fifth. A good fifth is F sharp. This was with the case with the sharps of B minor. But if I decide to use white K, B, we will have diminished, quinta diminuita. And second, the half tone, the semitone, are in a strange position between the first and the second note, and the fourth and the fifth. This is ancient modality, like Greek music or Renaissance music. Okay, as you listen, perhaps I repeat something, and the fact that to repeat something is very important in improvisation. Improvisation cannot be to do new and new and new and new. No, this is not improvisation. This is something that has no musical significance. Improvisation, you can find something by chance, by mistake, and then you have to repeat. What did you found? And if you remember, I repeat a lot the movement C, B, C, B, C, B. And then I repeat 3 times the 5 note from E to B. And then I make something upon the note number 7, the A. The relationship between the note number 7 and the note number 8. Okay, but today we will speak about something else. This was an accompaniment, a pedal with organ. So a note, if I make, for example, I can make a C, So we will play finally, endly, in C major. This note has no rhythmical pattern, no rhythmical structure. Is the right hand, is the improvisation that make the tempo, the rhythmical pattern. Free, exact, this is not important. I repeat. I start, this is a C, that implies the scale of C major, the 8 white case, and that implies in a certain way the chord of C major. C, E, G. I start with E. What I did, I go around the note of the chord E, G, E, C. And after I make something, I have been going in direction of the dissonance. The starker dissonance with the C is B. Ha auf Deutsch, C. Dissonance, consonance, dissonance. Consonance, dissonance, consonance. Dissonance, consonance, dissonance. So it's alternating. Sometimes there is the beat, the accent upon the consonant, sometimes there is upon the dissonance. Okay, but now, today, I would like to speak you. I stop and continue. I would like to speak you about something else. I will use this instrument. Vibraphone. I think it's wonderful for improvisation because it's sweet, it's not so hard. And what if I just push the K? It's good, but after 5 seconds there's nothing. So with this instrument, or with the piano, of course, with the harpsichord or marimba, xylophone, I have to repeat the note. That if I repeat something, I will immediately making a rhythmical tempo structure. And this changed completely my improvisation, because with this there is a point of the part, something in the middle, and a point of arriving. This is a D. I will start with F. It's not easy to make both together because you have to separate your mind into two different things to do. This must be very regular, and this is not accompanying the melody, not at all. This is absolutely independent. That's not thinking about the melody. It's the melody that go together with this. And going together, we have many possibilities. We can go really together, so but this is a little boring. We can make opposite. We go exactly in the position in which there are no sound. This is interesting, more interesting, but and probably the best thing is to make a different rhythm, sometime with the time, sometime before the time, levare, tiri. I will try again. I will start with A. The pedal is D and I will start with A. It's better if you listen this pedal empty without improvisation before, because this creates a relationship, it creates something. What did I do? I hope it's correct. What have I do? I don't know. I started in levare, so between one time and the other. F, G, A. I told you that I started with A. In effect, I started with F, but it was a levare. F, G, A. The A was important. And then I repeat again. And then I go until C. It's a dissonance. And then D. And this is a phrase. This is something that started to make a shape and then handed. And a good improvisation is better if you make an improvisation with phrases. So you start, you make something, and you finish. And then you start, you make something, and you're finished. If you follow the same rhythmical pattern, it will be patterns, it will be wonderful. We will see. And then with the same pattern. And then the third time, starting with D. This is music, this is music. This is like a music composed. I'm not telling that hi Aldo Bova, I'm making something good. This is not important at all. The important is that an improvisation could be music, and a good improvisation is music. If it is without sense, with musical sense, is not a good improvisation. Of course, this could be with sense, but not now. But it could be with sense. I'm not telling you that with dissonance you cannot make music, but it's more difficult. But what I'm telling that to improvise is to create music. Exactly the same of writing or with computer. If you write music, is a composition. A composition not so rational, something irrational, something decided, something happened by chance, but it's a composition. And how we can say that something is music? This is music. Not yet. But if I work this note in some way, it could be music. And there is two ways for working with something: to repeat and to change but a little. I will make something strange. Okay, not special. But if I repeat, and if I change, I change again. That become sounds. I make something, we was in D, I did two dissonants, E and C. So, the most wrong thing that I can do, but repeating and changing a little and changing again and arrive at the conclusion, this has become sense. Okay, now I will make an accompaniment with more rhythm, not tempo but rhythm, so note of different length. This is a pattern in 3 time. Boom, 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 boom. One note is long 2 and one long is note 1. Of course, the accent, the more important is the note long 2. If you probably recognize the number of the note that I use with 5 notes, so not so much. The pattern was a phrase repeat, I think 6 times, I'm not sure, 6 or 8 times, exactly with the same rhythm. And also for 2 times was with the same melodical structure, and after. And then, probably, I don't remember all, but something like this. So, as you can see, this rhythm implies that the music has a rhythm following the schema. But this rhythm make that we can make not longer, very long, and also silence, because this rhythm gives sense of silence. The second note was a D, it was very long, but a D without accompaniment, rhythmical accompaniment. What is this? There is no shape, but with this. They make sense. Oh, I will start again. And now we will try to make a rhythm with a structure more complicated, a rhythm that have a structure of like 4 bar. Did you see? That implies that the first note is the beginning of something greater, and and that implies that we cannot finish in another moment that it is the number one. You cannot finish in 2, in 3, or in 4. Something similar. Probably we can use, but no, after we can use the bolero. Not easy to make both. Etc. This just was sample. It's not easy. It's better. There is a function in this time that I can record something. And then use after. Okay, stop recording, and then we will listen. Etc. etc. So if you want to work with some pattern, complicated pattern, it's better that you record, or you are able to play both. Or it's better if you ask to make the pattern a friend, or if you record it before and then you improvise upon this pattern. And now we come back to the organ, and we will make a pedal changing notes. For example, this implies that we have something to go upon a D and something to make upon an A. Mistake. I will try again. In the tonality, this is the fundamental note of two chords: the first degree D minor and the fifth G major or G. In this case, that we're playing with white case E minor, A minor. And of course we are free to making what we want. But we recognize that it can better if with the D we make important note upon D, F, A. And with A, important note A, C, E. There is the possibility of make dissonance, but it's not so easy. I will give a rhythmical pattern making 2D and 2A. It was a lot of dissonance, but the dissonance was something in a melody, that was interesting, but there was not. If I make some jump, if I make, for example, there's less sense. But if I'm going melodically, I will use another pattern, the same D and A, but the lower A. In this case, I make attention to put as long note the note of the chord, especially of the chord of D minor, because this was important to arrive at D minor. What we do with A is more free. In the next lesson we will speak about different and more complicated accompaniment pattern with harmonical implication. Okay, I hope it's been helpful. Bye bye.